everyone, welcome to another episode of the Weekend Snapshot. This is the 25th episode in this series, and I've titled it The Green Screen for obvious reasons. I've been building a green screen for the studio. I was working on my Justin.tv channel for the live streaming idea, and I thought to myself, I need to have something with a little bit more production value, something with a little bit more visual appeal rather than just this screen sharing of my desktop. So I came up with a very inexpensive yet very effective solution for this green screen, and it's been a total blast. I never thought I'd get this involved with video production type stuff, but maybe it's just a different pace from what I do on a normal day-to-day basis. But it's been a lot of fun, and now that actually segues into this weekend snapshot because I've been able to achieve some really cool things behind it. It just felt like it would fit in with this show well. Plus, there's always I feel weird with this barrier and this graphic in the way of us actually communicating face to face. So I don't know if the next weekend snapshot episode will feature a face cam, but it is in the works to come in the next week or two, but that's something I've been really excited about. What's been going on the channel this week? I released a WordPress snippet video. I was going to have a WordPress SEO series, like a mini series. It was about 2 to 3 videos long with a buddy of mine. But we realized halfway through that there were ways that we can actually make it better. And the whole point of the content on this channel is to make it quality. So we're actually in the works of kind of revamping that a little bit, and hopefully we'll be able to start releasing that series within the next week or two. Upcoming this week, we're actually going to have a couple of WordPress snippet videos coming out for you. And we also, I'm going to put together the video of the custom Twitter feed using JavaScript. It's been really popular on my site, and people have been emailing me about it. A lot of people have felt that it was a really easy thing to graph. Some people had questions. So I always feel, me personally, this works best for me when I actually see things visually into like a video or someone walking through it. But I'm going to actually take that post and put it to a video, and hopefully it makes more sense to people. Basically any kind of process of that nature, or some kind of tutorial, I'd love to put into a video. It just seems a little bit more effective. So that's about it for this coming week and for what's been going on. Before we actually get to the snapshot, if you want to hit that subscribe button below, if you're active on YouTube and you have a Google account, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. It would help me out a lot. And as long as you find the content relevant to you and you find it interesting, you'll get dibs on when I release videos and such. So please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And with that, let's go ahead and look at our web design inspiration for this week. So for web design inspiration this week, I came across a beautifully done website by Adrian Laurent. And one of the things I love most about it is that it achieves a great balance between simplicity and complexity. As you can tell, it's a very muted palette. It's very clean, but at the same time, as you go through the site, there's little complex animations that come through, the way things are constructed, and I appreciate that, because you go to some sites that are really trying to push the limits of technology, and that's a great thing to do. It's a great learning tool for us and inspires us to continue to develop upon that. But as you continue to go through this site, it's so script heavy. The site's very sluggish. Things are moving all over the place. And while that may be a cool feature, by the time you get halfway through it, you're already exhausted. I know I am. And I get to that point where I just feel like it's just overdone. And this site just kind of really has a nice balance to it. But starting off, this whole front part is essentially a business card. As you go here, you'll notice see that little nice little simple animation going through. You'll see that it's just kind of, here's my resume, here's where I worked, here's where I studied. But again, very clean about. It's divided into 2 sections. So you have the about, and then you have the actual work. So then that slides up really, really nice. And as you hover over these, it gets, the background becomes relevant to where you are or where you're hovering. And then when you click it, it brings up the portfolio with images. So tells you what it is, tells you a little bit about it. And then as you go through it, shows you the different parts of that, which again, I think is just really clean. Then you can collapse that, come back to another one, open that one up, take a look at that, what he's done there with those, and then close it back again. Very simple, very clean. And again, I just love the balance of this, even to the creation of that logo with the, if you can actually see it, the A and then the T and then the L. Just very creative. So I do like this site. You can go check it out for yourself. But that was the web design inspiration for this week. The plugin for this week is called Element Transitions, and this was based on a pen that I made a couple of weeks ago. It was from a Codrops article or tutorial showing you how to use CSS animations to make some really cool page transitions. So just kind of showing what some of this was. But this actually takes it down to an element level, so you don't have to do the entire page. It can just be certain elements on the page, as you see down here. And this was actually... It was very similar to what a designer, his name was Hakeem, and he does a lot of really cool HTML5 experiments, and he created a script called reveal.js. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it was basically, or is it basically an HTML5 counterpart to PowerPoint, with some really cool stuff on it, and it looks awesome on mobile devices, which was another benefit to that. But he took that and brought it into an actual public web app called slide.es, slid.es. And I put both of those links in the channel description below. You can go check those out for yourself. But this is very similar to what he accomplishes in those. And as you can see with this script, all the way down the page, you see all sorts of different ways to do transitions. There's just a ton of them. But down here at the very bottom, it gives you some examples on what you can use. So you can rotate elements on click. Look at those nice little transitions that are happening. By clicking a button, you can accomplish those, or, multiple transitions happening here. So, there's some really cool things that you can do with this script. It shows you some basic usage stuff. So go check that one out. See if you can use it in a project. For a web app this week, we have Balloon. Balloon is a simple, elegant way of putting contact forms on your site. I personally don't use it, but I am intrigued by it. I think it's a really cool thing, especially if you can find a use for it, for a couple reasons. One is the whole simplicity of it. There's a really elegant way that it presents itself. So you're not going to a contact page and filling out an extremely lengthy form. It actually rolls out from the side. So for example, the live demo kind of has this page slide feature, and then you can fill out your stuff here, send an email. It includes form validation, but you can click close and it rolls it back. So it's kind of cool. And forms are actually defined they're called strings, go figure. And, basically for $6 a month, you can have unlimited strings or unlimited forms on your site. You just embed these and it just kind of puts it in there for you. As you can tell from the screenshots down here, you have a little back end where you can set up, certain forms or strings, and you can kind of define your options there. And then of course it spits out your code. So again, $6 per month, unlimited forms on your site. You can kind of get their branding out of the way, but there are a couple of other different plans as well, and that's basically Balloon. And for your freebie of the week, we have a 140-piece icon set in a PSD file, and they are 14 pixels high and wide, so they're fairly small, but they probably work best in some kind of web application or mobile application project. But they're really nicely crafted, well done, I think. You can download this file yourself. It comes with a PSD and the PNGs, so take a look for yourself, see if you like them. All right, so my opinion this week is that running from point A to point B, even if it's in the heat or even if it's in the cold, is so much better than running on a treadmill. And I say that because I am a lazy person, and if I have to do anything, it better be interesting. Happy developing, guys.